The food industry has gotten so crafty. Just because it says healthy on packaging does not mean it's healthy. There was one ingredient we absolutely need to stay away from, that we would bring our toxic load down, and that ingredient is. On this video, I want to talk about the 5 healthy foods that you should never eat again. And I'm going to give you some options of what you can eat if I pick one of your favorite foods, which if I do, I'm sorry, not sorry. I really want you to thrive with your health. So let's dive in. So the first thing, I want you all to grab this so deeply, because the food industry has gotten so crafty. And just because it says natural on packaging, just because it says healthy on packaging, does not mean it's healthy. So if you go and listen to the Resetter podcast where I spoke to Vani Hari, the food babe, we dissect ingredients, and she made one recommendation, that there was one ingredient we absolutely need to stay away from, that we would bring our toxic load down, and that ingredient is natural flavors. So there's a classic example of how what potentially got put out into the culture as healthy is not really healthy. So we want to avoid those. And these foods that I'm about to talk to you about, they are right in that path of people buying and eating, thinking they're doing something healthy, but are metabolically damaging their system. I'm here to teach you how to be really good at metabolic flexibility, how to switch in and out of sugar burner and fat burner. When I wrote Fast Like a Girl, the majority of this book has been about this fat burning place, and it introduced the concept of we need to go in and out of these two states. Now we need to go deeper into food. I want to help you become a good sugar burner. And eating these healthy foods is not putting you in a good sugar burner state. And if you're not in a good sugar burner state, if this system is all messed up, when you go over into fasting, it's really hard. And it's like the learning curve for your body is really big. So let's clean this system up. Number 1, I'm so happy to talk about this, and I know some of you are not going to be happy. My first healthy food I would encourage you to take out of your diet is granola. Okay, why? Let's just talk about a bunch of different problems with granola. Now, there are some granolas that can be good, but I'm going to encourage you to test it on your blood sugar reader. So if you have a continuous glucose monitor, please test it. So one of the challenges is we add, the dehydrated tropical fruits into it. It's not just granola. We add dried fruit into it, and it spikes our blood sugar. We also have a tendency to put the bad oils mixed into those. So you want to make sure there's no dried fruit. You want to make sure that there's no bad oils in there. And I really, really encourage you to look at a gluten-free option. If you can find a gluten-free option without the dried fruit, without bad oils, then I will tell you, great, test it on your blood sugar reader. But if it has dried fruit in it, it is going to spike your blood sugar, and it is not healthy. It's a little bit like orange juice. Number 2, yogurt. Okay. These are like nails on a chalkboard for me. I feel like I'm finally getting to have a conversation with you all about some of these things that you're eating, and you're frustrated because you're not losing weight, or you're frustrated because you're not getting healthy, but you're eating these healthy things. So thank you for sitting with me in this conversation. So the challenge with yogurt is it's pasteurized. Pasteurized yogurt is dead food. So when you're eating yogurt thinking you're increasing calcium, 9 out of 10 times you're not. When you're eating yogurt thinking you're bringing in a probiotic, if it's been pasteurized, there's no probiotic enzymes in it. So be aware of that. Now, the other problem that we have, and this is now I'm speaking to you as a mom. When my kids were little, all those little Go-Gurts that came in those plastic tubes, and all the kids at snack time would suck on the plastic tubes, and their face and their tongue would turn blue. We have turned what could have been a really good yogurt into a toxic bomb, and we're giving it to our kids, and we're telling them, and we're thinking it's a health food. So those ones in the plastic tubes that you're feeding your kids, no, they are not a health food. The other problem that we have with yogurt is that we go low fat. So low fat, high sugar yogurt, breakfast in the morning with some granola. We put it with granola too, right? Now it's a glycemic bomb. You're increasing that glucose level, and you're putting yourself on this journey of up, down glucose all day long, and you're starting your day with it. So if you like yogurt and you're like, okay, well, I just bummed you out. Sorry, not sorry, because I want you to be healthy first, is that you can look at a Greek yogurt. So Greek yogurt is higher in protein, higher in fat. Make sure it's organic. Make sure it's unsweetened. If it's pasteurized, it's still dead food. You're not getting probiotics, but at least it'll be good for your blood sugar and help stabilize your blood sugar. Okay, so that was number 2. Number 3 is another good one. Oh, thank you. Thank you for hanging in here with me. I'm trying to help you live a healthy lifestyle and not fall into some of these marketing traps. Number 3 is green juice. Green juice is really tricky. Juices in general are really tricky. Now, I love green juice, and I'm going to tell you how I have it so that it works well for me metabolically. But any juice bar you go to, anywhere you go to get a green juice, even if there's wonderful greens in there, like parsley and dandelion greens are so good for your liver, even if all of those are in there, the minute you add fruit, oftentimes they'll add an apple, you've spiked your blood sugar. I've seen things like pineapple be in green juice because it tastes better. So if you can do green juice without the added sweetener from a fruit, okay, we're okay. We're like metabolically, we're okay. But that's not what most of you are doing. Most of you are doing a green juice with an added fruit in it. Now, my second problem that I have with green juice and just juices in general is that they need to be organic. If they're not organic, you are getting juice with pesticides in it. You are getting a bottle of endocrine disruptors. So please make sure that you're always going down that organic lane. I can't tell you how many times I travel a ton. I've been in so many airports and I'll see some green juice and I'm like, oh, yay. I'm so excited. I haven't eaten all day. I can't wait for some green juice. And it's not organic. And then I have to ask myself, what has my pesticide load been over the last couple days? And if I've been eating out a lot, I know my pesticide load has been high. I know when I get home, my pesticide load goes down. So I make an educated decision at that point. But make sure it's organic. Now, there is one green juice that's really fun, and a lot of you already love it. And you probably did it in the morning because it became a fad, and that's celery juice. I like celery juice. It's great antioxidant. I think it would be great to break a fast with. It's great if you don't add the fruits. It's great for the liver. And just make sure it's organic. So that's my stance on celery juice. You want to know the foods that will support hormones? Guess what? I have them for you already. It's a free giveaway. Just click the link below and I'll send you a list of all the foods that support amazing hormonal health. Number 4, another really common one is coconut water. So I love coconut water. I love it for the electrolytes. I don't love it for the glycemic index. I don't love how high it boosts my sugar. But an interesting fact about coconut water is that if you were on a tropical island and you were dehydrated, you could put in an IV of coconut water and you would get all the electrolytes you need to keep yourself hydrated. So I do like it sometimes added to a smoothie. When I've done 3-day water fasts I've done in my life, I sometimes I'll add it into those first couple of things that I eat or drink, the first couple of hours, because I like to replenish with the electrolyte. If I've been on like a really long hike or a long run and I've been really dehydrated, then I will look to add in some coconut water to bring those electrolytes up. I really like it for adding in electrolytes. Now the best is to get it from the coconut. So if you're in a tropical place, you know how to do that. If you are going into a natural food store, a lot of them already have coconuts. Buy it, and that is your best source right there. Whereas the pre-made coconut waters are going to be a little more processed, a lot more. When they're more processed, it means a higher glycemic index, and it may not have the same electrolyte response that you're looking for. Whereas if you go straight to the source and get it from a coconut, that is your best deal. Okay, number 5, and my last one, and I feel like we've talked about this a ton, but I want to talk about how you do this in a positive way, and that's whole wheat bread. So with whole wheat bread, I'm a product of the 70s and the 80s. So the way that we understood bread back then is everybody started off doing white bread. And then it was like, oh, white bread's not healthy, but whole wheat is. But then in order to match everybody's taste buds, we've been ultra refining whole wheat bread. So your traditional whole wheat bread is not healthy. In fact, there's a lot of belief that glycemic wise, blood sugar wise, that a piece of bread will spike your blood sugar higher than a candy bar. So So think of it like candy. Whole wheat processed bread is like candy. But if you don't want it to be like candy, you can lean into the ancient grains. Now you'll notice I didn't say go gluten-free to bring up your to help with the glycemic part of this. I'm saying that when you do the nuttier, they'll take longer to chew. When you're doing those ancient grains, then you're getting enzymes in there. You're getting nutrients in there that would have been processed out. You have more fiber in there, so your blood sugar doesn't raise as high. So I really, really love the ancient grains. The other thing I want to tell you, those of you that are going keto or you like low carb, is a lettuce wrap works really well. And I'll tell you my favorite thing is radicchio leaves. Radicchio leaves, they hold together. So in our house in general, many nights we will do a burger inside a radicchio leaf because it holds together and it's great for the liver. I'll even spread on some mayonnaise onto it, and it's a really yummy treat. So if you're like, I can't get ancient grains, skip the whole wheat bread, skip the bread altogether, and dive into a really good vegetable like radicchio that can act as bread. So, okay, there you go. Thank you for letting me get that off my chest. As always, I'm here to serve you. I'm here to make sure that you're making smart choices for yourself. And again, what I want to know on this one, I really want to know this, is which one of these was a shockaroo for you? Which one are you like, oh, come on, Dr. Mindy, really? Like, you really want me to give up granola? What was the hardest one? Put it in the comments. I'll be watching. And as always, I hope that helps. Okay, if you loved this video, you're gonna wanna check out the next video of my food series. On this video, want to talk about the healthy foods that you might be eating that will stop you from a long and healthy life.